Introduced in Resident Evil 4, the Mercenaries has been a staple in the franchise, but some renditions have certainly been better than the others. So this is my ranking of every Mercenaries mode ranked from worst to best. I will only be counting traditional versions of the Mercenaries. So no Resident Evil 3 Nemesis or Resident Evil Village, but feel free to tell me how you feel about those games in the comments. Without further ado, at number 5 I have Resident Evil The Mercenaries 3D. This mode is unique in the fact that it's a brand new game instead of a side mode in an already existing game. Which sounds amazing until you realize it's on the Nintendo 3DS. Not trying to badmouth portable games. This game is amazing for the time and the hardware, but all the other games are just better in every way. This game is also unique in other ways other than it being handheld. For example, shooting is completely first person and you can move while aiming for the first time in the series. And instead of the usual map selection screen, the entire game is level based, which mixes tutorial levels, regular mercenaries, and boss levels. And also you get to play as Claire Redfield. Who doesn't like Claire Redfield? Overall, this is just a washed down version of Resident Evil 5. There's no point to play it nowadays because we've got both Resident Evil 4, 5, and 6 on the Switch now. And number 4, we got Resident Evil 6. I have no idea why I did the voice, but a lot of people really like Resident Evil 6's Mercenaries. I thought I did too, and then I replayed it and I found out, this isn't as good as I thought it was. Honestly, just cause it's kinda boring. All you do with this is shoot people in the head and melee them for the best points. I guess it has the most characters and the most maps in the series, but quantity doesn't equal quality. I don't know, maybe I'm the minority in this one. When I asked people, a lot of people said that this was their favorite. I'm just not a fan. I think it's a little bit repetitive. None of the maps are as good as the ones in Resident Evil 4 or Resident Evil 5, even like Mercenaries 3D. I don't know, feel free to argue points of why this is the best one in the comments. Just not a fan myself. At number 3 we got Resident Evil 4. Now you don't need me to tell you that Resident Evil 4 is an absolute masterpiece. And the Mercenaries is no exception. This game invented the Mercenaries as we know it. Every single map is unique and extremely replayable. And every character has a reason to play as them, which you can't say for other games like Resident Evil 6. To the fast and precise like Ada and Leon, to the powerful like Hunk and Wesker, every character is really good in this game. Even other things like every character having their own theme music when you play as them, just makes this a really enjoyable experience. So yeah, play Resident Evil 4 if you haven't already. Jesus, it's really good, come on. This is definitely my most controversial point, but I have Resident Evil 5 at number 2. Resident Evil 4 and 5 kept swapping positions for me, but at the end I decided that Resident Evil 5 is just slightly better than Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 5's version is so much more challenging. You truly have to know what every item does and exactly how to utilize them to get a good score. Unlocking characters and maps is really rewarding in this one. In Resident Evil 4, I got every single character first try and you unlock all the maps straight away. But in Resi 5, it took me multiple tries on each map to unlock every character, and there's a lot of characters. A disappointing thing is most characters are just reskins of already existing characters, but they make up for that by having every skin have a different loadout. Another thing I can complain about is that enemies can be really tanky, but most of the tanky ones are just a plug enemies, so you can kill them easily with a flashbang. And additions to co-op and no mercy makes this a great version. And number 1 deservedly goes to Resident Evil 4 Remake. Holy shit, Resident Evil 4 Remake. This game's gameplay is good during the campaign, but in Mercenaries it's just doubled. The biggest difference is having the knife. The knife is extremely useful. You can parry every attack, you can obviously attack with it, and you can do instant takedowns with it. And also giving every character a new Mayhem ability, which is basically just an ultimate ability, makes every character extremely unique and every map extremely replayable. Speaking of maps, I'm still finding little areas in these maps I've never seen before. And with new confirmed content like Ada and Wesker as playable characters, a new map, and rumors of a harder difficulty, there's still more to come. I don't know how else to praise this mode. You guys should absolutely play Resident Evil 4 Remake if you haven't already. It's definitely my game of the year so far and I couldn't recommend it enough. With that being said, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Do you agree with my list? Probably not. But if you do, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give it a thumbs up. I swear I can tell the difference between an I don't agree thumbs up and a positive thumbs up. I swear. I have a superpower, so just thumbs up anyway. And I'll see you all in a minute.